Hi everyone, my name's Anna Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this project we're going to be making a card for Mum. We've already made a card for Dad this week, so I thought it'd be really cool to make one for Mum as well. The card size I'm using is my favourite size, and it's a 7x5, which is smaller than the A5 and just larger than the A6. It's a handy size of card to use because it's not too big to be able to create something really special on. So that's how it looks on our cardometer. As always, I'm just going to make sure I've got a good sharp score along the edge of the card so that it'll stand up nicely, because we are creating a full card, not just a card front. I'm going to start with the inside because I know so many of you enjoy seeing the ideas for the inserts. If you're new and this is the first one that you've ever watched from my card making projects, welcome. And what I try to do is give you ideas and inspiration to be able to go create something really pretty, really beautiful with whatever you've already got. I do tend to use a lot of items from Anna Griffin, but you'd be able to adapt what you've got in your stash and maybe create something just as beautiful using items you already have. So we tend to look at some of the old items and some of the new items and give a good mix. And I try to always give you ideas for insides. So what I've done is I've already cut a piece of paper in ivory to match the inside of our card. I've already inked the edges in a style. I'll show you what I mean. She says stumbling over her words. So I'll just peel this off. So what I've done is I've inked the inside, and I've inked it with a lighter pink and then a dark pink for the edges, and I've added the words, stamped words of wishing you a very happy birthday. And it's slightly to one side for the simple reason what I've done is I've got a flower panel, and I've taken the flower panel from one of Anna Griffin's vintage collage toppers, and I've cut the flowers away from it. Now the panel, the topper it says it's a boy. Well, for now, I don't know anybody who's having a baby boy. So I've taken the flowers because they were so pretty, and I want to use them on this because they'll match perfectly to the outside. So plus also it shows that when you get the vintage toppers, you can adapt them, and don't hesitate to think, oh, I like those flowers, I'm going to cut them away from the sentiment. I don't need the sentiment. Maybe you don't know anybody who's got a dad, maybe you haven't got a dad, so you'll never use the dad ones. So you can take away the elements from those toppers. Plus you do get two of each of the toppers, so you get quite a lot. So you're not going to sort of lose anything by doing that. So I'm just positioning that around the stamped words that I've already added. And that's why I stamped it to one side, because I wanted it to sort of flow with the roses. So that's the inside already done. Now we can turn our attention to the outside. And I'm just going to score that again to do the front. The first thing I've done for the front is I've cut a layer of card from Anna Griffin Rose Designer Collection, and I've already got double-sided tape on the back of it. So I'm just going to add this to the front of our card, and I shall position it so it's squarely on the base. For anybody who's new, this is a layer, and if I was to add another layer it would be classed as a matten layer. So that's our base layer on our card. The next thing I've done is I've taken the Anna Griffin trimmings, beautiful trimmings, die cut and embossing folders. I've cut out a piece of card, and I simply cut it once and then turned it round and cut it again, and then I took it through the embossing folder. Now the width of my card wasn't quite enough to have through the folder to get the full pattern at either side. However, it's worked out really well because I only wanted this section at the top and the bottom. I'm not worried about this bit not being perfect because you're not going to see that. The only bit that needed to be right was the edges, which are fine. And this sits on my card really nicely. And I know it doesn't fit, but again, we've got something that's going to go over that. So let's, don't worry. If you do this and you think, oh, it doesn't fit, find something that you can put over it. Don't panic. We never make an accident. We just make an even better creation at the end. So I'll peel off the double-sided foam tape that I've got on the back, and I'm just going to position that through the centre of the card, like so. Now I mentioned that I've got something to go across the middle. I've made some box pleating in one of Anna's pink papers. I've made it so it will fit straight across the centre of the card, and you see what I mean about it goes through the middle. So obviously I'm human and I've made a happy accident and the panel doesn't fit, but not to worry, no one will ever know. So I've added double-sided tape on the back of my box pleating because I've had to hold it all together. There's a video to show you how to make the box pleating actually. I'll put a link at the bottom with a link of everything that I do use. So just click the word show more and you'll see everything. So I'm going to position that across the centre of our card over the embossed panel, covering my mistake in the middle. There we go, like so. And now you would never know that there'd been a mistake. I'm just going to press that down a little bit because I want it pressed down through the middle, but the edges are sticky outy for that 3D effect. The next thing I've got are 2 stickers, and they're the gold flourish stickers from Anna. Again, I'll put all the details at the bottom. You simply peel the back of these away, and there we go. And I'm going to add 1 to one side like that, and then I've got a second one that I'm simply going to add at the other side, because you know me, I do like my symmetrical cards, so I do like to make sure everything is symmetrical at both sides. There we go. That's nice. And the last thing I've got is one of the decoupage vintage toppers. Not decoupage, sorry. You could make it into decoupage. It's from Anna Griffin's Vintage Collage Toppers collection. You get over 100 in there. And like we've taken the florals from one of the toppers for the inside, this one is already made and it says, for my mum. And I'm going to just add this on the front over the middle of our box pleating, over the centre of our embossing, just to finish our card off. And if I position it over where the 2 flourishes meet, just to hide that, like so. Try and get it straight, Anne-Marie. There we go. And that finishes our card off perfectly. Now I'm not going to add a bow to this. You could do if you wanted to, but I'm going to leave that one as it is because I just think it's so pretty without needing it really for this occasion. So that's our finished card. The inside and the outside matches perfectly. It will still go in an envelope because it's not too high. And I just think that's so pretty, and any mum, I'm sure, would love to receive that. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please give me the thumbs up. If you've got any comments, if you want to find me on Facebook, please look at the link at the end of the video. I do love hearing from you. I don't know if I've just said that, but I do love hearing from you. I love hearing your comments and what you've got to say. If you've enjoyed it, if you've got any ideas that you've taken away from it or any inspiration, because I enjoy making these so much, and it's my dream that you enjoy watching me because I enjoy making them. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you again next time.